Good morning, y'all. We're gonna be doing a reading today. I'm gonna use my little tarot. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. Tarot's little sidekick. So it has a whole bunch of questions, and whatever question comes out is the question that Spirit wants to address. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So, plenty of topics. There's a whole bunch of topics on here. So let's see what Spirit wants us to know today. Okay. So, as always, we are divinely protected. No negative energy is allowed in this reading. What message do you want to give to the collective, or what do you want? Oh, so we have 2 here. Ooh, no, 3. So I only have time for 1. So I'm gonna. Oh, 4. All right. What is preventing me from quality sleep? What am I meant to learn from my current obstacles? What qualities will my future partner be attracted to the most? What traits will help me expand out of my comfort zone? So let's do this one. What qualities will my future partner be attracted to the most? Okay. All right. So there's plenty of other ones. Shit. So I'm choosing that one, but it doesn't feel right. I feel like the one I need to tackle is what traits will help me expand out of my comfort zone. But you know what? I'll wait for that one for later. Maybe I'll do another reading later today when I get home. But for now, I only have time for 1, so I'll choose this one. Okay. Damn it. Okay, okay. What qualities will my future partner? That's for later. I'm gonna go ahead and tackle this one. What traits will help me expand out of my comfort zone? Okay, so we're gonna go with that one. That's just the one that I feel like is nudging at me, so I'll leave it at that. Okay, so let's see. What traits will help me expand out of my comfort zone? What message do you have for the collective for that one, Spirit? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. Bro, it's fucking hot. What traits will help me expand out of my comfort zone? Alright. Okay. So we have 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and the Star. So 6 of Pentacles deals with imbalances, or deals with addressing imbalances. So I feel like something that you need to be comfortable with is calling out inequalities. Maybe it's something that you feel that you have, that you feel is a quality that you can work on, or that you know that you can be more vocal about the injustices that you may constantly see on your day-to-day basis. This sense of being the one to step up to show others where it's like, this is unfair, this is unequal, you need to rebalance the order here because this is unfair to this person while the other person is getting more. So if this is something that you're already doing, maybe there's a better way to do it. Maybe there's a more distinguished, is coming up in my head, so distinguished way to do it. Maybe you're just too comfortable speaking out in a way that's just more angry versus bringing out solutions, or bringing out opportunities of balancing the acts of everything, you know? So I feel like overall the quality of addressing imbalances in a I don't want to say in a proper way, because I feel like sometimes it's just important to not be proper, but addressing issues that are unequal in a practical way, or in a way that's actually going to help, you know? So with the 7 of Swords here, a quality that you may need to be comfortable with is dealing with fake people, fake betrayals, fake people who will betray you, fake people who will constantly misguide you. Maybe there's this feeling of like, oh, I don't want to be around those people, but eventually you come to the terms that you're just surrounded by it no matter what. But because there's always a constant side of betrayal, there's also a constant side of trust that you have to kind of put your faith into, you know. And I feel like there's this fear of holding back from opening up to people because you feel like it's just people with bad intentions that are following you. But I feel like an important thing that you have to do is that remind yourself that you have the strength, you have the knowledge, and you have the wisdom and the faith to really spot these type of people as you go along your progression towards your spiritual growth, your career growth, your educational growth, you know, or even your personal growth, you know. But the sense of like not wanting to deal with mistrust or betrayal is just a very debilitating way of looking at life, because it's just around everywhere. So when you constantly try to avoid it, it's just very unpractical. It's gonna block you from so many opportunities because it involves risk, and the risk is you don't want to take the opportunities because you feel like it'll lead to mistrust or betrayal or stuff like that. So for the star here, the star, I feel like you have to be comfortable being in the spotlight, be comfortable being in the center of attention. Maybe I'm getting Leo risings. Maybe some of you may be Leo risings, but some of your other planets may stop you from being comfortable being in the spotlight. Maybe you naturally attract the attention of others, but when you do get it, it's like you try everything you do to avoid getting more of it, so you try to like step away, or you let others take over. And there's a sense of like maybe there's a growth or a lesson you have to learn in being in the spotlight. Maybe there's a fear of being called out, maybe there's a fear of being criticized too much or heavily. Maybe there's a fear of being idolized, even maybe there's a fear of being seen as the one to come to when there's issues. Maybe you don't want that responsibility, but I think that's something that's really stopping you from really addressing this type of growth, because it's like naturally you should be able to attract the attention, and you should be able to kind of deal with the consequences, I would even say, of being famous. But because you know what you have to deal with, you don't want to deal with it. So overall, the sense of like also I'm getting like reminding yourself of the I don't want to say the faith, constantly reminding yourself that you have to stick to a goal, and having to constantly remind yourself and motivate yourself to continue that goal. Maybe that's something that you're lacking in, the sense of like, okay, maybe you need to continue having hope. There's a sense of like giving up on things because you feel hopeless. But it's like, I think the quality that you have to do is have faith in yourself so much that no matter what you deal with, whatever obstacles you deal with, you kind of have to keep pushing forward. And one thing you need is to rely on yourself and talk to yourself and hype yourself up in order to do that. I feel like that's something that people tend to do, but maybe it feels uncomfortable, or maybe it feels like this isn't something that you feel good doing, so you don't do it at all. But I feel like it's something that you have to start doing. Can I get one more card for the collective for qualities, please? What qualities? What other qualities can help us step out of our comfort zone? Queen of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So for the Queen of Wands here, being able to really manage the fire within, being able to manage the anger, the resentment, the rage that sometimes we feel, and using it to your advantage, but not in a manipulative way. Or I guess I can say I don't want to say not in a manipulative way, but not in a way that's gonna hurt other people. I think that's a better way of saying it. I think it's more of the fact that you have this ability to feel so strongly about things. But I think the problem is maybe you either don't know how to handle it properly, or you don't know how to even let it out, so you just don't show it at all. Maybe you let things brew in and then you explode. But the problem is that there's, think of it like an energy source. You're getting all this energy of fire and rage, but you're supposed to wield it, use it properly. How would you use it? You either speak, but when you're speaking, you may let the anger control you instead of you controlling the anger. So you just start spewing out a whole bunch of stuff and start going off on people or going off on things or having an attitude. But it's kind of like you need to find a way to really manage that anger in a constructive way, so when you get your point across, it's taken seriously and it's taken with respect. The Wheel of Fortune here, it tells us that a quality that you need to work on is having faith in divine timing. I feel like a lot of people want this thing to want to be able to control the outcomes that they have whenever they want it. It's not that you can't control them, but it's like sometimes things don't come when you want them to, and you have this idea of like, oh well, it didn't come, so I guess it's all fake, or I don't want to trust anymore, or now I don't even know if I believe in this because this was supposed to come. And it's like, no, trust in divine timing, or even trust that things won't always come the way you expect them to, even it's during the time that you want it. Like the sense of like letting go of expectations and allowing the universe and divine timing and your own guides basically to bring the opportunities to you, rather than you trying to control the opportunities to come to you when you need them. So that type of thing. I feel like faith and trust and letting go of control is something that you definitely have to do. And also being more optimistic about the expectations that you want, like not being so negative about your expectations, or being like critical of your expectations, be like, well, that's never gonna happen, so you try to settle for less. I feel like spirit really wants you to be comfortable in putting in your actual energy and your faith and your happiness into an outcome that may feel out of this world, I guess you can say, because eventually you don't know how it'll come. So it's just very important to just have that faith. So I ended at that. Thank you for watching. I'll be posting more videos, and later on I will be doing that other one about what qualities about my future partner type of thing. So it may even be a little longer, so we'll see. But I'll leave it at that, and take care, and thank you for watching.